I honestly would have preferred, like, if other Mercs from other acts, like Act 1, Act 3 or Act 5 had some kind of unique things about, more powerful unique things about them, because let's be honest, like, people are using Merc from Act 2 Nightmare difficulty just because his auras, either Holy Freeze or the other stuff, is so powerful you could rely on it in any classes, but other Mercs from other acts doesn't have anything remotely close to it in terms of its level of efficiency. And it's not really the problem. The damage, yes, the damage on them, the damage that they provide could be higher. Well, I guess I could say the one exception would be like if I heard that you could use a Merc from Act 5 like Barbarian, but you need a specific two-hander for him to make him stronger and to force him to do like crap ton of damage against enemies. But it's incredibly expensive to make, like on as your like budget option if you just started out playing the game and farming for the first time. So that's that. So it's actually, it could be easily fixed. How so? Well, if you take a look at the almost at Mercenaries, bots that are accompanying you in Diablo 3, like there's a Templar, there's a Sorceress, and there is also a Thief or a Thug. If you take a look at those Mercenaries, they do have more fleshed out traits about them in terms of their abilities that they could do, the abilities they could have, both passive and active ones. For instance, some random thoughts of mine, you could design an archer, like let's say you would use an archer from Act 1, right? And instead of her just shooting the target and sometimes blind and highlight them on the map, she could have some kind of passive aura on Nightmare difficulty, which will only be available on Nightmare difficulty, that would increase your crit chance and or attack rating and maybe even buff your deadly strike. And another example would be if you use like a warrior mage from Act 3, the one that shoots spells. He could have some kind of aura that buffs, that gives some unique trait for casters. Like it would be either, I don't know, either more AoE for the spells or some kind of unique effects. I cannot come up with anything useful from the top of my head, but you get the point. Like, it doesn't have to be just like shooting spells and that's it. Do something like fancy or spectacular with it. So all in all, I would say the fact that most people are using Act 2 Mercenary from Nightmare difficulty comes down to the fact that he is de facto has the most amount of the best utility spells from both offensive and defensive perspective that you could rely on easily. It's not because he himself is overpowered in terms of raw stats or and the fact that he's melee. No, it's just because, like, if Holy Freeze would be attached to Act 3 or Act 5 Mercenary, people would have used them. Or Act 1 Mercenary, you get the idea. So it's and also the instances where you could actually buff the other dudes from other acts, you could easily do it. I already brought some examples with an archer that you could make her have the aura, which increases your deadly strike, your attack rating, and so on and so forth. Likewise, with the mage from Act 3, it could be something that you would... some stuff specific to the casters, like maybe have faster cast rate on him, like aura that increases slightly or faster cast rate, or something else.